Good evening from St. James Academy, or Spring Hill High School, rather, host of 4A Sub-State. Just getting ready to get underway now for the national anthem. Good evening once again from Spring Hill High School, the site of this sub-state bracket. The opener here this evening, pitting the Wildcats of Topeka's Hayden High School against St. James Academy, the Thunder out of Lenexa. Tonight's starting lineups for the Wildcats: 6'4" junior Colin Strobel, 5'11" senior Kurt Walker, 6'2" senior Braden McGraw, 6'2" senior Michael Johnson, and 6'8" senior Alex Lundry. For the Thunder, 6' senior Jonathan Anaquay, 6' senior River Scott, and 6'2" senior Frankie Zitnick. In the front court, 6'6" junior Clint McCullough, joined by 6'2" senior Sam Keith. It's the Thunder in the road maroon jerseys with white numbers, and Hayden, the number 2 seed in this bracket, in the home whites with the blue trim. These two teams met on December 10th in Topeka, with the Wildcats a 54-52 winner, but wipe the slate clean here as a winner will take all. Opening tip controlled by the Thunder. Quickly, it's Anaquay up off the glass and no good. Scrum for the rebound, and it's pulled in by Strobel. And here comes Kurt Walker, the senior, to start the offense for the Wildcats. Hayden 15-6 on the year, the Thunder 14-7. And the first bucket of the game goes to senior Braden McGraw with a quick turnaround on the baseline, and it's 2-0. Wildcats on top. This is Zitnick off the screen at the elbow, gives it to McCullough. Zitnick wasn't ready to get it back, and it's turned over as that one hits the baseline. It'll be back to the Wildcats with 7:24 to play here in the opening quarter. 6 straight victories for the Thunder, including the sub-state opener on Monday night against Baldwin, a 54-43 win. Inside again, and Braden McGraw with the first 2 baskets, and it's 4-0. Hayden, an easy 56-27 win over Eudora. Near steal there by McGraw, and now it is taken away by Kurt Walker. Walker tries to save it in bounds off Anaquay, and he does. So it's Hayden basketball with a 4-point lead just over a minute in. Trying to get Lundry on the post, wasn't there, and now McGraw ends up with Strobel. 18-footer good. Colin Strobel makes it 6-0. And Hayden's a perfect 3 for 3 from the field in the first 90 seconds of this game. Scott leaves it for Anaquay. Guarded by McGraw, almost taken away. Now Anaquay hits the deck, taps it to McCullough, and now he has it stolen away. 3rd turnover against the Thunder. Hayden looking to build on its early lead, slicing through the paint. That shot no good by Johnson. The junior tried to track it down himself off the loose ball, but out of bounds on the near side. Thunder basketball, 6:07 to play in the opening quarter. The Thunder led by junior Clint McCullough, who returned on Monday night after a 5-game absence due to a sprained ankle. Scored 18 in that return game. Also with 18 in that contest was Jonathan Anaquay. McCullough in the paint. Off the glass, way too strong, and it's rebounded by Kurt Walker. Just over 2 minutes in, 6-0, Hayden on top. Hot start for the Wildcats, hitting 3 of their first 4. Walker now will back it up near the timeline and restart the offense. And now in the hands of Johnson on the left wing. 5:25 to play in the opening quarter. 6-0 Hayden over St. James. Strobel gets it to go from the paint. Colin Strobel with the strong move and fading away. Knocked that one down to make it 8-0. So it's been all Hayden in the early going, just about 3 minutes in. They were trying to find Anakwe on the back door, but it was closed. And now Jonathan to the free throw line. Leans in on that jumper, short, got his own rebound. Can't finish there. Another tap, no good, and it's rebounded by Lundry. Now into the front court, it's Johnson. Johnson attacking Sam Keith. Keith draws the contact. Rebound tapped into the hands of Anakwe. No numbers here. We'll see if Anakwe pushes. Ill-advised pass taken away and a giveaway in the backcourt by Sam Keith. Substitutions ready to come in for the Thunder. Tom Huppy for River Scott. And Connor McCullough replaces Keith. McCullough started most of the season here, his freshman year. 6'7", a lot of promise for that young man. But the last couple of games since Connor's brother returned to the lineup, it's been the senior Sam Keith. Sam Glennon, number 21, a junior, in for the first time for Hayden. That's Glennon with the ball there. Now on the drive, Walker dishes. Strobel, good. Colin Strobel with 3 makes it 11-0. All Wildcats early in a 30-second timeout for Coach Mark Huppy. So Colin Strobel with 7 early points, Braden McGraw with 4, and all 11 early to the Wildcats, looking for their second win of the season over the Thunder. Looking at the rest of this bracket, the late game tonight, pitting the top seed Santa Fe Trail Chargers of Carbondale against DeSoto. This 8-team bracket playing to seed so far. Tonight's game, or this current game rather, the 2 versus the 3 seed, and tonight will be the 1 versus the 4. Both of these expected to be very competitive contests, but the Wildcats flying out of the gate early on and setting up a little full court press out of this timeout. A little 2-1-2 zone press, it looks like. Anakwe slicing in the paint, leaves it for Huppy. Head fake on the 3. Huppy gets it back. This time he will not try it. Thought he was going to shoot it again. They're trying to give it to him. Anakwe thought about a 3 instead. Inside to McCullough, who draws contact and gets it off the glass. Clint McCullough, first bucket of the game for the Thunder. And a chance for a 3-point play. Foul went against Strobel. Each team with 1 foul. McCullough gets the roll on the free throw, and it's 11-3, 3:52 to play in the opening quarter of this sub-state semifinal. Glennon looking inside. Lundry trying to seal McCullough off. Open jumper for Strobel. That one short. Lundry with the rebound over the top of McCullough. And now into the corner. It was Johnson who tried to swing it into the corner to Glennon. But a foul on the pass goes against Frankie Zitnik. Strobel takes a seat, replaced by Braden McGraw, who scored the first 4 points of this game and then took a brief rest. Johnson, deep jumper, no good. Nearly an offensive rebound by Walker, but he was undercut, still on the ground. Zitnik missed the lay-in the other way, and now we'll get a whistle as Kurt Walker rolls around in pain. Not sure what exactly the injury was, but I believe it was Tom Huppy who kind of undercut him a bit on the glass. And a timeout on the floor. 3:23 to play in the first quarter. It's Hayden 11, St. James 3. You're watching Kansas 4A sub-state coverage on kcteams.com. You got this. Back at Spring Hill High School, 3:23 to play here in this sub-state semi-final opener. The Hayden Wildcats with an 11-3 lead over the St. James Academy Thunder. Kyle Walker just left the floor on his own power after a rather nasty spill. And back to live action here. It's been Hayden all the way from the start. Michael Johnson swings it. Glennon guarded by Connor McCullough. Zitnik almost got in the passing lane, may have disrupted Hutchinson just enough. Almost turned it over. But the Wildcats keep it. Under 3 minutes to play in the quarter now. Hutchinson gets all the way to the rim and lays it in. Matt Hutchinson just checking into the game, and he's on the board. And he gets the lead back into double digits. It's 13-3, Hayden on top. Connor McCullough, that's well within his range there. Passes on it, though. And now it's in the hands of sophomore Tom Huppy. Only points of the game for the Thunder coming on an old-fashioned three-point play converted by Clint McCullough. It's been a struggle otherwise. And that's going to be a violation called as Glennon went to the floor. Kyle Beck now making his initial appearance of the game as Huppy inbounds from the baseline into the hands of Connor McCullough. 2:15 to play in the opening quarter. Hayden 13, St. James 3. Anakwe to McCullough. Open left wing 3. Short, and it's rebounded by the Wildcats, and here comes Matt Hutchinson to lead the offense. 7 points early for senior Colin Strobel to lead the way. McCullough contesting that pass forces a turnover as they were trying to get it into the near corner to Braden McGraw. Rivers Scott back in the game for the Thunder, and he'll be the one to break the timeline and get started in the half-court set. McCullough over to Anakwe. Jonathan driving baseline, floating off the glass and in. First bucket for Jonathan Anakwe, and it's 13-5. Scott closely guarding Hutchinson, and now it's in the hands of Glennon. A little jab step there at McCullough. Good defense on the interior to hold off Lundry, and now the big fella going at McCullough. And they're going to call that against the 6'6 Thunder junior as the taller Lundry barreled in at him. 3 team fouls now on the Thunder. First on Clint McCullough. And now Glennon's going to try a 3. That one's off right. And the rebound by Tom Huppy. Approaching a minute to play in the first quarter. 13-5. Hayden on top. The lead's been as much as 11. McCullough to Scott. Lines up the right wing 3 and hits. Rivers Scott makes it 13-8. And the Thunder showing some signs of life here late in the quarter. Glennon to Hutchinson. Guarded by Scott. Time for Beck to line that one up. No good. Nice box out by Huppy, and it forces Braden McGraw to the baseline where he steps out of bounds. And it's back to the Thunder with 38 seconds to play in the quarter. 13-8. Hayden on top. Strobel and Walker re-entering the game for the Wildcats. And as we go under 30 seconds to play in the quarter, here come the Thunder. Scott trying to set up McCullough on the low post. And now Anakwe in the corner. Quick step, gets around his man. Tried to leave it behind to Connor McCullough, but the 6'7 freshman wasn't ready for it. And now Hayden can hold for the last possession with 15 seconds left. 13-8, the Wildcats have led from the start. After an 11-0 beginning, it's been an 8-2 run by the Thunder to get back into it. Walker, off-balance jumper, short, rebounded by Connor McCullough. He lofts one up at the buzzer off the front of the rim from about 70 feet away. And the first quarter comes to an end with Hayden leading St. James 13-8. You're watching Kansas Sub-State basketball coverage on KCTeams.com. Getting ready for the start of the second quarter here in this semifinal opener from Spring Hill High School. After 8 minutes of play, it's Hayden 13, St. James 8. Some fight for the Thunder here in the last few minutes. After an 11-0 run started it for the Wildcats. The Thunder with a little spurt over the final couple of minutes. So it's a 5-point Wildcats lead as we start the second quarter. It's Walker, Beck, Strobel, Johnson, and McGraw on the floor for the Wildcats. Zitnik, Scott, Huppy, and the two McCulloughs on the floor for the Thunder. This is Beck. Kyle Beck, baseline, tried to get it in to McGraw. Some groans from the St. James bench, but it was the right call there as River Scott stuck out his left foot to deflect that pass. So it's Wildcats ball from the baseline. Strobel wide open from mid-range. And Colin Strobel has 9 points. The lead is 7. Hayden on top 15-8. Little confusion coming out of that inbound for the Thunder as both Beck and Strobel were wide open. And the other way, Frankie Zitnik takes his eye off the ball and watches it scored out of bounds after letting it slip through his fingertips. So turnover gives it back to the Wildcats. 45 seconds into the second quarter. Hayden with a 7-point lead. Trying to loft it into the post. Taken away by McCullough. Clint McCullough pulls up from the elbow. No good, and it's rebounded by Kyle Walker. Kind of an awkward leaning mid-range jumper for McCullough. And the other way, a spinning baseline shot for Kurt Walker. Makes it a 9-point lead. Walker's first basket of the game, and it's 17-8. Zitnik to River Scott. Now McCullough lines up an open three. Back iron, no good, and it's rebounded by McGraw along the baseline. And Michael Johnson will start the offense for the Wildcats. Strobel guarded by McCullough now in the corner. Back to Colin Strobel. Good seal on the inside by McGraw, but he missed the open shot over Connor McCullough. That one rattles out, and Connor gets the rebound, and now it'll be River Scott. Huppy across the timeline. Trying to get it to Zitnik, and another turnover for the Thunder as Anakwe checks in at the 6:05 mark. He replaces Huppy. So it's the original starting five on the floor for the Thunder with the exception of Connor McCullough in place of Sam Keith. Strobel fighting for position against Clint McCullough, but they reverse the ball. And now a moving screen called. I believe that'll go against Michael Johnson. Check that, it's against Kyle Beck. A little shove against Frankie Zitnik. Second team foul against the Wildcats. And it's Zitnik who starts the offense for the Thunder. 17-8, Hayden on top. They've led by as many as 11. McCullough on the post with 3 men around him. Now it ends up reversed. Zitnik open three. Got it. Frankie Zitnik with a big three. And it's 17-11. So despite being outplayed considerably here in the opening minutes, now good defensive play by Anakwe to knock it off of his man. And it's back to the Thunder, who've kept their head afloat here in the first half, despite a fast push out of the gate by Hayden. Sloppy pass taken away by Beck, and he lays it in. River Scott may not have been ready for that one. And a giveaway in the backcourt leads to an uncontested lay-in. So it's back to an 8-point lead. Real gift of the 2-point basket there. Now Scott looking for his second three. Got it. River Scott 2 for 2 from long range, and it's down to a 5-point game. 19-14, Hayden on top. Strobel looking to spin in the paint. Good defense by Connor McCullough. Altered the shot, and now Anakwe to push. Anakwe into the front court, tapped away from behind, but he left it for Zitnik. Now Scott into Clint McCullough. McCullough among the trees, gets it up on the glass and earns a trip to the line. So just as it seems, the Wildcats will put more distance in between themselves and the Thunder. We get a little push from St. James, and McCullough now with the chance to cut into the 5-point deficit. Clint now 2 for 2 from the line, 4 points. Huppy replaces Anakwe. 4:38 to play here in the first half. 19-15, Hayden on top. Clint's second free throw rattles out. So it remains a 4-point game, but this is as close as it's been since 4-0. Michael Johnson on the right wing. Lundry trying to seal off McCullough. Can't get the roll. Rebound out of bounds to the Thunder. So Sam Keith giving up a few inches on the post. Held his position, and that ball was batted out of bounds. Thunder basketball. Glennon showing a little pressure into the backcourt. And now Scott lofts it ahead to Tom Huppy. St. James fans trying to come to life here as we approach the 4-minute mark of the second quarter. 19-15, Hayden on top, but the Thunder with some momentum after trailing by double digits early. Pull-up jumper from McCullough, back iron no good, and it's rebounded by Michael Johnson. Johnson slashing through the paint off the glass, and it goes. Michael Johnson's first basket of the game makes it 21-15. Quick first step there for the junior, and he laid it in with his left hand. And it's a 6-point lead. Clint McCullough facing his man at the three-point line. Now leaves it for Huppy. Zitnik driving baseline. Gets his man in the air. Has it swatted away by Alex Lundry. That gets a roar from the Wildcats fans as the 6'8 senior swatted that one into the cheerleaders. Keith in the corner. Anakwe. Now Scott. Anakwe now with a three. No good, and rebounded by Kyle Walker. 3 minutes to play in the first half. 21-15, Hayden on top. The Wildcats have led the whole way. Glennon, open three from the right side. Back iron, no good. Keith had him boxed out, but it ended up in the hands of Michael Johnson. And the Wildcats hold possession. 2:45 to play in the second quarter. A 6-point Wildcats lead. Johnson thought about the three, instead defers to Kurt Walker rather. Some fighting in the post between McCullough and Lundry, and the three goes down by Michael Johnson. 5 points for Johnson, and it's back to a 9-point lead. 24-15, Wildcats on top. Scott off the Keith screen. Drives, dishes to Huppy. Tom Huppy from the right wing. That one long. Rebound. Saved inbound by the Wildcats. And Walker into the front court. Walker takes it right at Scott. Spins. Rebounded by Lundry, and he puts it in. Alex Lundry on the board for the first time. And 7 straight points for the Wildcats. Has the lead back into double digits. 26-15. So the Thunder getting some open looks from the arc, but haven't hit them in the last few minutes, and that's allowed the Wildcats to stretch the lead. Little fall away from McCullough in between three men, and now an offensive foul on Sam Keith as he used his elbow to clear some space, and the senior gets teed up for contesting that call, and that'll earn him a spot on the bench for sure. So Sam Keith got the offensive board after that one grazed the front iron, but found himself surrounded by a couple of Wildcats. And after the offensive foul, Sam showed a little bit of emotion to the chagrin of his team. Walker good on the first, and he'll have one more from the line for the technical foul. And then it'll be Wildcats possession with now a 13-point lead. Largest lead of the game. And in this last 2.5-minute stretch, it's been 9 straight for Hayden. Hutchinson checking in along with Beck. This is McGraw, who's fouled by Scott as he jumped out to defend just outside the low post. McGraw has been quiet since scoring the opening baskets of the game. First 4 points. Foul goes as the first against Rivers Scott and the 6th against the Thunder. Beck in the corner was trying to get into the post to Lundry, but Anakwe into the air, took it away, and now a foul in the backcourt as Hutchinson thought he had a clean steal. 4 team fouls now against the Wildcats, who lead by 13 with just over a minute to play in the first half. 28-15 our score. Colin Strobel, the Wildcats senior, leading all scorers with 9. They led 11-0 out of the gate. The Thunder have fought back as close as 4, but it's back to 13 now, the largest lead of the game. Scott looking for his 3rd three. Got it. Rivers Scott with 9 points to lead the Thunder, and now a steal in the backcourt by Anakwe. 28-18 the score, 40 seconds to play in the half. Thunder looking for some momentum at the break. McCullough spinning in, a little bit out of control. Lundry held his ground, and so Connor's spinning effort from the baseline came up short, and so it's Hayden basketball with 30.4 to play in the half and a 10-point lead as Coach Ted Schuler calls a timeout to talk over what might be the last possession of the half. So the 3 by Rivers Scott ends a 9-0 run and a scoring drought of nearly 4 minutes for the Thunder. And you got to think, based on the way this game started, that Coach Huppy would be pleased if his team could get a hold here and stay within 10 heading to the break. Coming out of the timeout, it's Huppy, Rivers Scott, Jonathan Anakwe, Clint McCullough, and Connor McCullough for the Thunder. Colin Strobel, Kurt Walker, Kyle Beck, Michael Johnson, and Alex Lundry for the Wildcats. It'll be Walker to bring it over the timeline. 22 seconds to play in the half. 28-18, Hayden on top. Walker back near the timeline, content to let the clock tick down and secure the final shot. Now it's Strobel. Gives it up before the double team arrives, and we go under 10 seconds now. Walker. Johnson off the screen. Johnson now, left-handed three-point shot, falls up short. Rivers Scott's desperation shot at the buzzer falls innocently before the basket, and we go to the break with the Hayden Wildcats leading St. James 28-18. You're watching Kansas 4A Sub-State coverage on kcteams.com. as the Wildcats turn it over. I believe that was McGraw lunging toward the scorer's table to try and save it. Probably a good thing he didn't, because it might have led to an uncontested break, as Huppy was right there behind him. So approaching the 6-minute mark of the third quarter, and another turnover, and it's Johnson again into the front court. Gets it back from McGraw. Left-handed reverse layup is good, and it's 32-18. Johnson scored both buckets here to start the second half, and largest lead of the game for the Wildcats is underneath. Gets the finish and the foul. Colin Strobel into double figures. Foul on Clint McCullough, and Coach Huppy wants a timeout. 5:40 to play in the third quarter. Hayden 34, St. James 18. You're watching Kansas 4A Sub-State action on kcteams.com. Five minutes and 40 seconds to play in the third quarter. 6 straight points to start the second half for the Hayden Wildcats. And that's given the number 2 seed here its largest lead of the night. It's 16 points. And senior Colin Strobel with the chance to add one more to that in an attempt to complete a 3-point play. Line drive, free throw, short, but Lundry with the offensive board. Tapped around, and it's Scott on the baseline who pulls it down. Anakwe pushing it into the front court and draws a cheap foul against Michael Johnson. Johnson kind of slumping his shoulders as he picks up his second foul, 4th of the half against the Wildcats. We'll keep an eye on that situation, as it could lead to some free throw opportunities for the Thunder to try and cut into the lead. Floating on the baseline, Anakwe lays it in off the glass. Jonathan Anakwe, just his second basket. He's kind of been offensive option number 1 for the last month or so with the McCullough injury. Relatively quiet here this evening as we get a foul out around the 3-point line as Rivers Scott reached in on his man. The second foul against Scott and the second of this half. Beck replaces McGraw for the Wildcats, who lead by 14 and have possession on the near sideline. Dangerous pass as Walker now gives it back to Johnson. Johnson, left-handed jump shot, too strong. Rebound tapped around and controlled by Anakwe. 5 minutes to play in the third quarter. Jonathan to push into the paint. Lays it up off the glass, no good. McCullough tries to follow. Now Anakwe gets a second chance. That one looked like it was redirected, but it's still Thunder basketball as Scott gets it near the timeline. Rivers Scott now leaning in, leaves it short. McCullough, though, with another chance. Left hand too strong. Ball still getting tapped around, and finally it's Strobel who pulls it away, and this is going to be a foul on Anakwe. The Thunder think Colin Strobel was a little too aggressive with his elbows as he cleared out space. But the official now is going to tell Coach Huppy and the rest of the Thunder staff that this was different than what Sam Keith was called for back in the first half. And it's Hayden basketball with 4:35 to play in the half, or the third quarter rather. Glennon, now Beck into the corner for Strobel. Glennon couldn't handle it there. Looked like he was ready to shoot it, but couldn't get the handle. And now Walker guarded by Zitnik. Beck tried to get it to Strobel into the corner. It was Walker who tried to save it inbounds, but it's out of bounds along the sideline. So Thunder basketball with 4:10 to play in the third quarter. Hayden leading 34-20. It's Scott, Zitnik, Anakwe, Huppy, and Clint McCullough, and now Kyle Beck called for the foul near the timeline. His second and the fifth against the Wildcats. Hutchinson, Beck, Glennon, Strobel, and Johnson in the game for the Wildcats. Zitnik looking for some help. Dangerous pass across court. Huppy there to gather. And now it's Anakwe, guarded by Johnson. Anakwe almost lost it in the corner. Now cross-court pass, touch into the corner for Zitnik, who dribbles in, takes a short jumper, but leaves it short, and it's rebounded by Michael Johnson. 3:45 to play in the third quarter, 14-point lead for Hayden. They've never trailed. Beck with an open jumper just inside the top of the circle. Bounces all the way around and in. Kyle Beck with 4 points. Lead is 16 to match the largest margin of the game. Scott into the paint, tries to shuffle it over to Clint McCullough, but in traffic it's taken away. Now Hutchinson to push. Matt Hutchinson to Beck, who loses it out of bounds, and now Coach Ted Schuler a little frustrated with his team, wanting them to slow things down a little bit instead of forcing it into the front court already with a 16-point lead. The Thunder able to stay afloat in the first half by knocking down 4 3-pointers, but it's been a struggle here since intermission, and now a steal from Michael Johnson. Johnson to the rim, flushes it home. Michael Johnson with 6 points this half, 11 for the game. Largest lead of the night for the Wildcats, 38-20. 4 steals this half for the Wildcats, and they've extended a 10-point halftime lead to 18. McCullough into the paint, knocks his man down, ends up in the hands of Scott. On a bounce to Zitnik, a big three if he can get this to go. Back iron, no good. Rebounded by McCullough, who goes up with the left hand, can't get it to go. And now out of bounds on the sideline, it goes back to the Wildcats. So some frustration here for St. James, trailing by 18. And a couple of shots at close range that couldn't fall there. Thunder have struggled around the rim all evening, and Hayden's been able to take advantage and stretch this lead out here in the second half. 2:30 to play in the third quarter, 38-20. Lundry guarded by McCullough. Quick turnaround with the right hand, no good, but Hutchinson flies in for the offensive rebound. And now a foul called on the floor. I believe it's going to go against Zitnik, the official, whether he was double-checking Frankie's jersey number or giving him a little lecture for talking. Foul actually went against Connor McCullough off the inbound. The missed shot rebounded by McCullough. And now it's Huppy in the backcourt, trapped, looking for some help. Lobs it into the front court for Connor. Trying to leave it behind to Anakwe, and it's taken away into the front court. Hutchinson to the rim. Fouled, and he'll go to the line. Anakwe tugging his jersey in frustration. So I believe that's the 6th turnover of the half against the Thunder. 5 team fouls. And Matt Hutchinson to the line, where he gets the first one to go down. Scott back in to replace Connor McCullough, who's given it away a few times here this half. And Coach Huppy's going to talk to him a little bit about it as they watch the lead swell to 19, and now off of the rebound, Anakwe can't control, so it'll stay at this end of the floor. 2:02 to play in the third quarter, 39-20. Hayden on top. This match is the largest lead, and now off the inbound, it's Hutchinson floating in, gets it to go. Hutchinson with 5 points. The lead is 21, 41-20. Hayden on top. Anakwe takes it all the way to the rim, can't finish, but will go to the free throw line. You can see the frustration in the body language and on the faces of the Thunder. Third foul against Lundry, and the 6th against Hayden. So all future fouls at this end of the floor will head to the free throw line. Substitutions here for the Wildcats. Walker checking in. It looks like McGraw will re-enter as well. On the sideline, it's Sam Glennon, who was getting his right wrist taped. Not sure if that was an injury or maybe just a little scratch that drew some blood. Either way, he'll take a seat. Free throw for Anakwe is good. The senior, Jonathan Anakwe, with 5 points. He has scored all 3 of the Thunder's points here in this third period, during which we've seen the Wildcats put perhaps insurmountable space between themselves and the Thunder. Anakwe good on both free throws, and it's 41-22. Wildcats on top with 1:45 to play in the third quarter. Johnson on the give and go to Walker, who goes right to the rim and finishes. Kurt Walker gave it to Johnson on the wing and then cut to the basket after no one picked him up. So it turned out to be a rather easy give and go. Whether or not that's what was scripted between the two, the easy bucket puts the lead back to 21. McCullough on his rear in the paint, finally gets up, and now Zitnik driving, tries to scoop it in, left it short, and it's rebounded by McGraw. Approaching 1 minute to play in the third quarter. It's all Wildcats right now as Hayden leads 43-22. Hutchinson knifing through the paint, fouled. I believe that one will go against Zitnik as Hutchinson with the quick first step got into the paint. Second foul against Zitnik and the 6th against the Thunder. Hutchinson back to the line where he split a pair a minute ago. Glennon checks back into the game with that black tape around his wrist. So 1 of 2 again for Hutchinson, as the Wildcats have doubled up the Thunder 44-22. Under a minute to play in the third quarter. It's been all Hayden. Largest lead of the game right now for the Wildcats at 22. Huppy on the left wing. Free throw jumper, line drive short off the front iron. He passed on the open 3 and instead dribbled in for that mid-range shot, but dribbled himself right into the defense and took somewhat a contested shot after picking up his dribble. Under 30 seconds to play in the quarter. 44-22 Hayden. Thunder defense on its heels, chasing after the Wildcats, who have never trailed. Takeaway by Zitnik. The senior into the front court, slows up, now spins, tries to wrap it underneath, and he left it short. Up into the front court, Johnson at the buzzer. No good. And after 3 quarters of play, it's Hayden 44, St. James 22. You're watching Kansas 4A Sub-State Basketball on kcteams.com. Back at Spring Hill High School, the semifinal number 1, pitting the number 2 seed Hayden Wildcats from Topeka against the number 3 seed St. James Academy Thunder from Lenexa, and it's been all Wildcats tonight. Hayden on top 44-22 as we start the final 8 minutes. Scott, Zitnik, McCullough, and Anakwe on the floor for the Thunder, who've never led and right now face their largest deficit of the night. Anakwe spinning, tough jump shot off the glass for Jonathan Anakwe. He's the only member of the Thunder who has scored since the intermission. He's got 8 points all told. The lead is 20, 44-24, Hayden on top. Strobel's been quiet since early in the third quarter. And now Strobel, who was inadvertently smacked in the face there outside the arc. They get a timeout to deal with that briefly. Strobel with 11 points ties for him for a game high with his teammate Michael Johnson, and it's Johnson who triggers the inbound from the baseline with 7:28 to play. St. James defense going to have to gamble a little more, and that leaves Strobel open for the jump shot on the baseline, which he knocks down right on cue. He's got 13, and it's 46-24. Scott looking for a three from the left wing, misses badly, and the rebound for Michael Johnson, who's nudged by Zitnik, and that will send Johnson to the free throw line. Third foul on Zitnik. One of 4 senior starters tonight, hoping not to play his last game, but it certainly looks as if that will be the case, as Hayden has been in control from the outset. An 11-0 run out of the gates. It was cut to 4 midway through the second quarter. But a late surge at the end of the first half put the lead at double digits at the break, and then a 16-4 third quarter put Hayden in control as Johnson's 2 free throws make it a 24-point lead, 48-24. Now Anakwe harassed on the sideline, has it knocked out of bounds, but it will stay at this end of the floor with 7:02 to play. 24-point lead for Hayden, who appears on its way to Saturday's sub-state final. The second semifinal to be played following this game, pitting the Chargers of Santa Fe Trail High School against DeSoto. Foul goes against Braden McGraw. And that puts the Thunder in the bonus, and Anakwe back to the free throw line, where tonight he is 2 for 2. So Anakwe with 8 points, trails only his teammate River Scott, who has 9 for game-high honors for the Thunder. But that free throw rolls around and out and rebounded by the Wildcats. Hutchinson into the corner for Beck. Again, this trapping, double-teaming defense leads to an open jump shot on the baseline for Strobel, who hits the deck. And off the miss, it'll be Thunder basketball with 6:37 to play. Braden McGraw and Alex Lundry back in for the Wildcats. It's been Strobel leading the way with 13 points. His teammate Michael Johnson also with 13. 6 for Hutchinson, 6 for Walker. A fairly balanced effort for the Wildcats, looking for their 16th win. Anakwe, short, driving it off the baseline. And it was Jonathan who tapped it out of bounds off the offensive rebound attempt. And it goes back to the Wildcats as Beck re-enters the game. So it looks like for the second straight year, the Thunder will fall in the sub-state semis. Last year it was a heartbreaking overtime loss to the eventual state champion Sumner Academy. Sumner later went on to beat these Hayden Wildcats in overtime in the state quarterfinals in Salina. Block called. Tough call against Strobel as Scott took it the distance, tried to lay it in with the left hand. But it's the second foul on Strobel and the 8th against the Wildcats. River Scott to the line for a pair with just under 6 minutes to play. short on the free throw. So it's still a 24-point game. Wildcats on their way to Saturday's Sub-State final. 1 of 2 for River Scott, who's the first member of the Thunder to reach double figures. He's got 10. He's actually the first player other than Jonathan Anakwe to score in the second half. And now a foul along the sideline right in front of the Wildcats bench. It goes against Anakwe, who's got 3, and it will send the Wildcats to the line for the bonus. 48-25 the score. Wildcats defeated the Thunder in a thriller at home back in December in overtime. This one, however, has been much less of a contest despite some early fight for the Thunder to stay close as McCullough pulls the top of circle 3 and hits. Connor McCullough's 3, his first points of the night, and a quick timeout for the Thunder as it's a 20-point game. 5:32 to play. It's Hayden 48, St. James 28. The winner will take on the winner of the night game here, which pits the 4th-seeded DeSoto Wildcats against the bracket's top seed, the Chargers of Santa Fe Trail, out of the city of Carbondale. The Chargers 15-6. Record matches that of these Wildcats. DeSoto 13-7. And that game, which will tip about 20 minutes after the conclusion of this one, should be a very close matchup that we look forward to bringing you here on KCTeams.com as well. Turnover in the backcourt leads to an open lay-in for Jonathan Anakwe, who now has 10 points, and it's 48-30. Anakwe contesting in the backcourt again. Nearly had another takeaway, and now it is taken away by McCullough. But a whistle. It looked like the whistle came from the official while the ball was in the air on the pass. So we'll see what that ruling is. The timeout is granted. And so that saves a turnover as big Connor McCullough was able to step in and take away that pass. But prior to the steal, Coach Ted Schuler was granted his 32nd timeout. So 5:11 to play, 48-30, Hayden on top. They've led by as many as 24. And it will take some kind of miracle here for the Thunder to extend this game. We did see a game just in the last couple of weeks against Hogan Prep when the Thunder, without the services of leading scorer Clint McCullough, erased a 22-point deficit and eventually won in double overtime. But much less time on the clock with which to operate here this evening, as the lead is 18 with just over 5 minutes to play. The Thunder again aggressive in trying to trap the ball to force a turnover. It's lofted to Strobel on the baseline. Content to just play keep away here. Strobel to Beck to Hutchinson. Now back near the timeline for Michael Johnson. 4:42 to play. It's 48-30 Hayden. Strobel, baseline. Gets it out to Beck on the right wing. Left wing, rather. Nearly tapped away by Huppy from behind. But a good job by Hayden to work the clock as they've taken 30-plus seconds off on this possession before actually turning it over now. Just as I speak up, it's Clint McCullough who gets a paw in the way of that one. And it's back to the Thunder with 4:15 left. McCullough, top of the circle, facing his man. Scott with an open look from the left side. Gets it to go, and it's down to 15. Crazier things have happened Still a ways to go. A 15-point lead, 48-33, half a quarter left. Beck had that one there if he wanted it, but instead he passed it up in an effort to work more clock. Under 4 minutes to play, 48-33, Hayden on top. Anakwe gambled for the steal, ended up in the backcourt. Now Glennon. Beck to Hutchinson, wasn't even looking to shoot. Now Beck trapped in the corner. Nearly threw it away, but Strobel grabbed it. And now back in Johnson's hand with 3:30 to play. Beck throws up a prayer off the glass, and he's bailed out with the foul call against Clint McCullough, rather. Check that, they called the foul on Rivers Scott. So it's his third. And it will send Beck to the line. And it rattles out, rebounded by McCullough. So 3:25 to play. And now some discussion. Not sure what is happening here. The scoreboard shows only 9 team fouls against the Thunder. So it should not be a double bonus, but the ruling is that was a foul in the act of shooting, ugly as it was. So they put 1 second back on the clock. And Beck will have one more opportunity to build on what is now a 15-point lead. So 9 straight points for the Thunder to cut what was a 24-point lead down to 15. Beck makes good on his second free throw. He's got 5 points, and the lead is 16 with 3:28 to play. River Scott has been the go-to guy behind the arc for the Thunder. He's hit 4 threes. He's got 13 points to lead St. James, and they'll need more of that if they hope to continue to plug away at this lead. Scott will just pull up on that one. It's short and rebounded by Hutchinson. Thunder trying to tie him up. Scott gets it back. Tries to bounce it into McCullough in traffic, and now tied up as they hit the deck. Alternating possession will keep it at this end of the floor. Kind of an ugly exchange there as Scott ended up with the loose ball in the paint just a couple feet from the basket. Knew he was likely to be contested if he turned around, but a bit of a poor decision there as he tried a contested bounce pass to McCullough. It's Scott who triggers it from the baseline. Connor McCullough had a moment to pull that one. Instead swings it to Scott for a 3. That one rattled out. It was about halfway down. And now McCullough, free throw line jumper doesn't go. And a foul in the backcourt with 2:58 to play. We'll send the Wildcats back to the line. So a couple of good looks there. One from Scott from the left wing and Connor McCullough from 15 feet. But neither could go. That 3 from Scott was nearly halfway down the cylinder and would have certainly brought some more life to the St. James cheering section, as it would have brought them within 13 and would have continued to breathe life into this game and into this season for St. James. But back to the line go the Wildcats. This a double bonus situation as McGraw knocks down the first. The senior Braden McGraw scored the first 2 baskets right out of the gate. But that his first point since then. One more here for possibly an 18-point lead. Back iron no good. So it's 50-33. Hayden on top, 2:55 to play. Anakwe looking to go the distance, fouled. Sees it fall off the front iron, but Jonathan Anakwe will go back to the free throw line for a pair of free throws. Foul goes against Hutchinson. 9 team fouls. And Anakwe, 2 for 3 from the free throw line, is good here. Anakwe with 11 points. Thunder trailing 50-34. Senior Devin Feist checking into the game for the first time for St. James. A couple of substitutions for Hayden as Beck and Glennon check in. One more free throw for Anakwe. Off the back iron. And now Clint McCullough called for a push on the scrum for the rebound. A little chuckle from Clint on that call as he picks up his third foul. And we head the other way for free throws. 2:50 to play. Hayden 50, St. James 34. Free throw for McGraw is good. He's now 2 for 3 from the line, and the lead is 17. Again, the late game, second semifinal, will feature DeSoto against Santa Fe Trail. And it appears as if the winner will take on these Hayden Wildcats. And now the other way, a travel called against Anaquay, who shows his frustration with a chuckle. And the turnover gives it back to the Wildcats with 2:40 to play and an 18-point lead. Now a giveaway in the backcourt as Huppy fouls Sam Glennon, and that will send the junior to the free throw line with 2:38 to play. That's the first on Huppy. Double bonus situation. Glennon's first trip to the free throw line tonight. He has 2 points off the bench as that free throw rattles around and out. Alex Lundry, the big 6'8 senior, back in for Hayden, and Connor McCullough back in for the Thunder. One more free throw for Sam Glennon. All pretty much academic at this point. Hayden with an 18-point lead. Make it 19 as Glennon knocks down the second free throw. It's 53-34. It was 28-18 at halftime, but a 16-4 third quarter spurt for Hayden created this working margin, and off the miss, it's Johnson into the front court. Shuffles it over to McGraw, who's fouled quickly by Huppy, and more free throws upcoming for the Wildcats as Huppy fouls the Wildcats senior. So high hopes this season for St. James, but for the second straight year, it appears the Thunder will fall in the sub-state semifinals. As McGraw's first free throw pushes the lead back to 20 as Zitnik re-enters the game for the final couple minutes of his senior campaign. One of two from the line for Braden McGraw, and it's a 20-point lead with 2:15 left. Huppy driving into traffic, throws it up off the glass, and earns a trip to the line. I believe he was fouled by Lundry. Alex Lundry, a frustrating night for the senior who averages double figures. Only 2 points tonight, though, and 4 fouls. But a good all-around defensive effort by the Wildcats in particular against the two leading scorers for the Thunder, Clint McCullough and Jonathan Anaquay. McCullough with just 4 points. That free throw is Huppy's first point of the night, and he'll have one more. Missed and rebounded by McGraw, who's harassed in the backcourt before giving it up to Glennon. Glennon trapped, but gives it up to Hutchinson. Now Beck. We'll see if they continue to foul, and Huppy quickly answers that question with the shove in front of the Hayden bench, and that'll send Kyle Beck back to the free throw line with exactly 2 minutes to play. So it's Strobel with 13, Johnson with 13. McGraw now with 8 after that first free throw goes down. So a nice balanced effort by these Wildcats. Check that. The free throws by Beck. And the senior Kyle Beck now has 7. And the lead is 21 as we go under 2 minutes to play. The Wildcats, the 2 seed in this bracket, will advance to play the winner of DeSoto versus Santa Fe Trail. Off of the Anakwe miss. Feist. Now Anakwe again. Now Feist. Blocked again. Feist for a 3rd time. Misses, and it's tapped toward the timeline where Zitnik gathers. Now Huppy dribbles into an open look for 3. No good there. Another offensive board for Feist. And again contested on the way up. Huppy tracks it down. He'll try another 3. This one near the top of the circle. Wide left. Rebounded by Hutchinson, who's fouled and then shoved to the ground by Devin Feist. Little frustration there from the 2-sport star for the Thunder. We saw him make some plays on the football field. And a little football move there as he shoved Hutchinson to the ground off the rebound. And so just 1:19 left here in the St. James 2011 campaign as Hutchinson misses his first free throw. And now some substitutions as Zitnik, Huppy, Anakwe, and McCullough go to the bench. Bitter moments certainly for Anakwe and Zitnik, who have now played their last high school games. Coach Schuler clearing the bench for the Wildcats now, who are just over a minute away from victory. Hutchinson with one more free throw. Short, and Keith pulls in the rebound. I believe this being the first action that Sam Keith has seen since picking up a personal and technical foul. Colress pops a quick 3 from about 30 feet that comes up short. Zach Colress in the game for the first time, along with Steven Leimbach and Mitch Whitman for the Thunder. And it's Leimbach who nearly got a steal but stepped on the baseline before tossing it off of the leg of his Hayden counterpart. Jake Whitman now replaces Devin Feist. 1:05 to play in this opening semifinal here from Spring Hill. 56-35, Hayden on its way to Saturday night's final. Hutchinson guarded by Whitman. It's Brogan Berry in the corner, checking in for the first time. It's Federico now back on the left wing over to the top of the circle where Hutchinson holds it as we approach 30 seconds to play. Hayden by 21. The Wildcats led by as many as 24. They started with an 11-0 run and haven't looked back since. The Thunder got within 4 about halfway through the second quarter. But as the final seconds tick away, it's the Wildcats coaching staff high-fiving each other on the sideline as they secure their second victory of the season against the Thunder, and they send St. James Academy home for the season. The buzzer sounds. Hayden wins 56-35, and we'll move on to Saturday night's final to play the winner of Santa Fe Trail versus DeSoto, which we will bring